Christmas-time, Mistletoe und Wein, children singing Bob Dylan rhymes. Is Cliff Richard wrongin'? I don't fucking know, but anyone who works in BBC, you should ought to know. BBC, it's full of wrongins. That's not very festive or seasonal of me at all. Sorry about that. How are you doing? Happy Christmas, everybody. It is the 24th of December, 2021. In case you're watching way in the future and you're like, cool, it's fucking bloody, it's fucking some man, it's playing guitar. And I've forgotten to bring my light, so it still looks like I'm in some sort of cave with Jeremy Kyle. How are you doing? I hope you're fucking Johnny Sideways. So who we got in the house? Who do we have in the house? I just put the Christmas special of Hardy Books on. Oh, it's a good one. It's a fine one by Stevie Leonard. How are you know? Happy Christmas. And happy Christmas to you too, Stevie Hay. And many more of them, lad. Many more of them. I was looking at trying to play Slade's Happy Christmas. James Masterson and PHS 44. Merry Christmas to you all. Oh yeah, Alan S, man. Is that fucking Alan Sugar, is it? Trees, man, trees. So I tell you, she's fucking cold up in Sweden. She's fucking cold, hey. She's fucking cold, hey. Oh yeah, Craigine Fisher. Happy Christmas from Singapore. Already Christmas. Thank the Lord for beer delivery on the 25th. Come here, Craig, man. The old lady used to tell me horror stories when I was a child, man. They're saying like, oh, if you spat out chewing gum on the floor in Singapore, they'd fucking whip you like hot Asian babes. Bad guns, man. Bad old doing. Yeah, so I was going to schedule this for earlier on tonight, but I'm fucking terrible for keeping time, man. It's an ADHD thing, man. It's a real thing, like, you know what I mean. Are you all set for the Christmas now? Yeah, you're going doing the holidays in Ireland now. Pubs are closed. In here, it's either you've got to get the old digital pass or you have to adhere to the restrictions again. Great crack. I was actually in the pub earlier on today, and I said, so the crack of the restrictions, you've got to be sitting like a meter apart, and I was like, it makes as much sense as having a pissing section in a swimming pool. Do you know what I mean? Like, these fucking, I'm not going into it, man. It's about Christmas. It's about goodwill. It's about spending time with your nearest and dearest, putting your arm around your family and your good friends, give them a hug and telling them that you love them. You know what I mean? And hey, it's not fucking gay, man. You know what I mean? Just tell people you love each other. You know what I mean? PHS 44 going to dispatch the turkey any minute. Do you know what? I've actually I've got a pot of chicken thighs on. I started doing them earlier on today with a bit of cumin, a little bit of salt and pepper, tomato, onions, garlic. And basically what the idea is, just dry it up so it's all pulled and make chicken fajitas tomorrow. But fair play to the daughter. She realized today that she had quite a big cavity in a tooth. So I'm going to have to go to the doctor tomorrow and get that or the dentist to get that fixed before the great handover with ye old ex-missus. I've had a great day myself. We had a Christmas dinner in town, and the kids were made up. The kids, they got pens, Lego, a T-Rex, which was great. This is lots of Marvel stuff. Yeah, it was great, man. It was a really nice Christmas Eve, better than last Christmas Eve. That was somewhat depressing, but this was brilliant. This was very good. The stink of me reeks of sulfur, says Bean Comics. Oh, Amstrad job, someone says. I used to have an Amstrad, actually, for Christmas. I think it was Christmas 1991. I got our old neighbour's Amstrad CPC 464, which had this, it was tape loaded. So every time you load a tape, it'd make this noise. And you have to wait like about 45 minutes for a game to load up on a cassette. And often was the case. The games were shite and outdated. So when more well-to-do kids in school would be talking about Sonic the Hedgehog and playing all these cool games on the Mega Drive, I was like, oh man, have you played Operation? What was it? Fucking Operation Gunship or Commando, which was Game of the Year in 1985. So, and this was about 6 years later. Time moved on, but I tell you one thing, I was happy, and there was a whole load of random games in the box. And then for my 10th birthday, I asked my mother to get me Aliens Special Edition by US Gold. And there was one thing we had to like, land the drop ship through these like circles with really basic graphics, but I never ever got past it. And I think it must have been like a glitch in the actual game itself that you couldn't get past it. But for some reason, I was like, what am I doing wrong? And there was all pictures on the back of it of cool scenes that I never saw. Did they even exist? It could have been a real cop out where they just released this game and I had like 3 really rudimentary levels. But that was my birthday, 1993, the same year Jurassic Park 1 came out, which ties it back into the theme of Jurassic Park. Also, I got this lad here, hey, a young fella. He's got the Lego Batman job. Spider-Man on a bicycle, and he has a wingsuit. It's kind of like, what more did Spider-Man need? He needed to cruise around on a motorbike, even though he can get around on a web. But a web's no good to him if he's in a field. So, it's only good when he's in New York on skyscrapers. No one ever talks about like Spider-Man if he's, on the steppe of Mongolia in the grasslands in the tundra. What's he going to stick to? So yeah, I guess a wingsuit. Arachnid fella. Thanks very much, Bean Comics. Yeah, Alan S. Amiga Commodore A500. Well, you used to be able to get some games on the Amstrad. Oh yeah, Amiga 500, Commodore Amiga. That's the one that had the floppy disks where I remember there was Captain Planet in the Simpsons game. And my cousin used to have the Amiga. So I used to love going over there playing Lemmings on that. Fucking good days, man. Good days. Stephen Leonard says, can Spider-Man grow a limb back if he loses one? Well, I was actually, watching a little bit of Spider-Man. There's many different variations of it. And myself and the young fella were watching Spider-Man 1 and a bit of Spider-Man 2 there with Toozie Maguire. And yeah, I was thinking like, what's the deal anatomically with Spider-Man? I mean, he took a fair old pounding from Green Goblin at the end of Spider-Man 1, and yeah, it was like, is he hard? Like, can he regenerate, but can he grow another limb? Like the Harvest Man, the Harvest Man spider, aka the Daddy Longlegs. Can they regrow limbs? I don't know. Used to think it was funny pulling the legs off them when I was a kid, and looking back, it was like, it's fucking bad doing, man. But that's the shit you do. Kids can be so cruel, Flimbo's Quest, AOR, adult orientated rock. I need to figure that out. Apparently, Nirvana stole the riff of More Than a Feeling from Boston. Yeah, how's it going? More than a feeling, and I feel like I got something. Sometimes I get a bit confused with barcodes. It's like, which one is it? I never use these markers, man. Like, they're supposed to be there so you can help navigate it, but you just never think about doing it. I'm a bit. Oh, fucking bit of Boston. What about Chicago, Sean? What about Chicago? What about fucking Beetlejuice, man? How's Beetlejuice doing up there? What's the Sean O'Riordan? Thank you very much. Merry Christmas, man. Thank you for being real and making me laugh during the Hardy Boys time. You're intelligent and wise and not afraid to speak your mind. This is a quality lacking these days. Sean, I appreciate that very much, mate. I'm no Renaissance man like Danny DeVito in that film, Renaissance Man. But I do like to think that, in this day and age where people are very wary of expressing their true worldview, that it is essential. I mean, I think it's essential for people to come and like just hang out and talk shit and reminisce. And yeah, I've got More Than a Feeling. That the climate we live in, with having to be so fucking self-censoring, is I think that's going to come to an end soon, man. I think people are just getting sick of it. It's just we're living in a real fake time. We're living in a time. Awfully Irish podcast, man. He agrees. Fair play. Hey, Jared, I was thinking about putting this up on StreamYard. Big shout out to Kev McGahern, Cowboy, Gavigan, Cagallan's working, Pete Cassidy. Yeah, where were you, lads? You weren't there, Colgan. I put a message. I mean, it was late, but I don't think the boys want to come on the fucking live stream, man. I think some of the shit I come out with is too spicy, and they're like, oh no, I'll never get a cushy gig with RTE again. Oh, please give us cushy gigs. We just need the money and the fame, lads. Oh, please give us the money, the corporate gigs. Please do not ward off the corporate sponsors. Now, I'm only half joking, lads. All right, I'm only half joking. Alan S., we're living through the start of the Great Awakening. Are you referring about the Mayan calendar, the prophecies of 2012? I was talking to this fella briefly on Twitter the other day. Bruce Fenton, his name is. He did a really interesting article on Substack about the. He seems to think that we have jumped a timeline, which fucking makes a lot of sense. I mean, in this, first of all, if you look at the way AI has gone, lately I've been thinking, what if somehow, you look at the eternity or the infinity, like kind of horizontal 8, you think to yourself, maybe there wasn't ever, or Alpha and Omega, or at the beginning and the end, there is a beginning and an end, but maybe we live in this weird, like, eternal loop that maybe it's like we all go on the same. It's like a fucking scale X trick. We're in a figure of 8, but every time you do a lap, you can do things differently. But at some stage, when it crosses over, it kind of resets itself. Who knows, man? From so you got like quantum computing and all this kind of stuff that's coming up. You think to yourself, well, what if we have somehow, as humanity, have created our own creator, which in turn has created ourselves? I'm going deep here, man, but it's fucking out there. But when you think about it, like, who knows? I think technology is going to I don't think human beings are capable of wielding the technology that we have at the moment. And hey, Roshi, hey, Jesus, you're on late tonight. Well, I thought it's a good time, being a quantum beer fart, says Immer Sim. Anyway, sorry, a little bit of a ADHD outburst via the 6-string. I got my very first 6-string from Moon Facing Castle Bar. I was 17 years old, yeah, myself and Chrissy Kinsella. I asked him, does he have a Fender? He said he had an Eric Clapton special. It had a Telecaster neck, or so my fucking memory recalls, yeah. I asked him, could he play Smoke on the Water? And then he did this. Then I asked him to play Moonfaces, is the guy who had his name is Pat, but for some reason we used to call him Moonhead. But we asked him, could he play Parisian Walkways by Thin Lizzy? So he goes, I can indeed. When it came to the real fucking Gary Moore bit, he goes like this. He goes, don't look at me! Don't fucking look at me! Myself and Chris just laughed. But at the same time, we're mesmerized by his guitar chops. So fucking, where was I? Oh yeah, we created ourselves inadvertently by some sort of yielding of mad shit. Like, what the fuck's going on with CERN, man? They're looking for dark matter. These are the kind of conversations I want. I invited this guy who talked about this timeline jump on for a chat. I thought it'd be quite interesting. Double drop yolks, and I've lost me here, and fucking had to be done. This time, 2004, so 17 years ago tonight, I was on yolks. Myself and French toast in our hometown. I just came back from Sweden, and a friend of ours had given us these star-shaped chats. And apparently, when I got home, my mother wasn't very impressed because we were all in the living room. And Tom Gallen, sorry for how are you, Leitrim 007. Thanks very much. Happy Christmas, man. I hope you have a cracking new year. Thanks very much, sir. Appreciate that. But I mean, it wasn't Tom Gallen, it was another lad. My mum walked in and he just goes, "How are you doing, Mary?" Just kissed her on the cheek. But apparently I was talking to a tea towel wrapped around my hand and waving good night to people who weren't there as I was walking up the stairs. Fucking great night was had. Couldn't eat a bite the next day. Look, man, I've done it all. Do you know what I mean? I've lived a full life. I mean, I should write a book, but I'm so easily distracted, and I'm like, who'd fucking buy it, man? Do you know what I mean? Who'd buy the fucker? Be a good read, though. One book I'd like to read is the autobiography of Richard Burton. Richard Burton, the actor, he was Wild Geese, and he was if you want to know the future, imagine a face or a boot stamping on a human face forever, from 1984, featuring the skinny lad from Midnight Express, Hurt. What's the fucking name? James Hurt. But Richard Burton, apparently he had a real fondness and a wish to be a writer, and never really did it. He was more of an actor, but apparently his autobiography is very well written, and I must get hold of it. But my problem is I just can't fucking seem to sit down and watch. Maybe as an audiobook, it's just easier. I won't feel guilty if I'm reading a book, if I'm listening to a book while doing the dishes or taking the dog out or just doing 17 push-ups. You know what I mean? In Mersim, I seen the toilet get cracked off its base. They set it up as if it was nothing had happened. The flush flooded the bathroom. That is not good, man. What's the worst thing you've ever seen at a house party? Fuck knows, man. I'd have to. I've seen some. I remember once in 2005. I suppose the whole night was a bit of a fucking disaster, really. I was hanging out with my mates from like Dorky and Glenageary. You know who you are, lads. And they were great lads for just fucking off on you, you know. And then you'd be wandering around in bad shape around like posh, leafy suburbs in Dublin, like coming down and all confused and scared with that kind of morning chill. And we were at this house party where these people, the people who had the place for sound, but all these like black rock guys came in. And there was one guy who was, I think he was from like the flats somewhere in town. He was and then he was dodgy, but because he came from a more fatigued socioeconomic background, he had respect for the value of things. But these like rich lads came in, and one of them just opened up a can of Heineken that was sitting there and just threw it at his mate's head. And I was like, it was the first time I'd ever been in the company of scumbags, rich scumbags. And I was like, it added a new dimension to their fucking their formidable ways, you know, because they seemed like they just had no respect for things materially. And so even the dodgy lad was like this, looking at me going, these lads are fucking on another level, man. And they've got fucking coin to get themselves out of problems. So Donald McDonough says 17 push-ups is the optimum number. Roisin Mack, nobody was speaking to us as we came home on Christmas night after the dinner was long over. Bastards. Me and my sister were missing on Christmas Day. One time we were at a party and some fellas we met in the pub's flat and they had no electricity, just a mad session. Oh man. Yeah, I can imagine that. Oh fuck, man! You came home that night after the dinner. That's after them going through the fucking hassle of making the dinner. Roisin, love, bad form. You pulled the arse. Bandy Toaster, how you doing? Good to see you. Tail end of a session, saw a lad sit down on a couch beside a passed out girl and say, "Here, love, get that gee going." Lots of people around, thankfully. Fucking hell, man. Yeah, so that same night when I was in that, we ended up in, if you ever go to Donnybrook, and across from the bus station, you'll see there's this house with a walled garden and a little kind of a doorway built into this really long wall. It was in there. So it was a house that was being done up, and some fucking crusties had got in with a sound system and just turned the place into an absolute DOS house. So naturally enough, the chats came out, and we were in there, and there was no windows open, and people were just in there fucking smoking. So the stink of the place was unreal. And that was back in the day when I had like long hair and I was skinnier. So everyone, I mean, it used to happen all the time. People would think I was Richard D. James from Aphex Twin. And yeah, so one lad was just talking to me going, "Man, what are you doing here?" Like, and just a couple of mates invited me, like, and just hanging out, yeah. And he was like, "Yeah," and I got into it, and he was like, "Are you not Aphex Twin?" I was like, "Nah." "Well, who are you then?" I was like, "Mutton." "All right, cool." But there was a guy who was sitting beside me on the couch, and he was off his head on chats. He was like this going, and he kept rubbing his leg off the lad beside him, and the guy beside him was like, "Stop it." I was like, "Oh, sorry, man, sorry." And then he kept rubbing the leg. So next thing, this dude beside him goes, "Look, man, I fucking won't tell you again. Stop fucking touching me." And then he just came out of this like gurning face and was just a normal dude. And he's like, "Oh, sorry, man. Sorry, man. Sorry." Which reminds me of, oh yeah, I don't know if anyone's found it, but there was a brilliant thing a couple of years ago. It was like on Bondi Rescue or something like this, of this guy who'd, I think it was an Irish lad, man. He was just fucking off his head on pills, and he was like falling around and getting back up, and he couldn't walk properly. And they're like, "Excuse me, are you all right, sir?" And then when they stopped him, he just went from this to, "Oh yeah, I'm just on my way home, man. It's fucking sound, yeah." Like, it's funny what chats will do. Richard D. James is a genius. He is a genius, fair play to him. A bedroom scribe of a man. Love hearing party stories. Yeah, man. There was one time we did a gig. I suppose there's enough time and distance has passed since then, but there was one time myself and the Hardy Bucks lads were doing a gig in the Roisin Dove, and it was the second gig we did, and good gig, went well. And one of the owners, I won't mention his name, he was telling me a story. He was going like, "Man, I was coming up here with like a crate of extra drink for these lads who were playing a gig. So one of them just pissing off the fucking balcony, and I just pushed up against the wall, man. I just said, like, it's the last time you're ever going to play in this town again." I was like, "Fuck, what a scumbag, man." And then cut to like 8 hours later on, and I just fucking really needed a piss. And like there was Bucky and pints galore, and I was fucking steamed, like, and there was the toilet was constantly in use, so I also pissed off the balcony, and yeah, we didn't play there for a good few years anyway. But he said to me, he goes, "Look, man, I think we've had a lot of acts play there over the years, but you have got the most complaints we've ever had." So how do you super chat, you fuckers? Seaside Cloud, I don't know, mate. I think it's got to be if you go to PayPal/Maloney's Digest, I will gladly take a bit of coin off you there, mate. Fair play to you. Thank you very much for that. Thank you for the coin. Comes in handy, especially round the holiday season. Sweden's on a fucking mission to take all my money. Fucking rip off. Such taxation and rising inflation. You can't suck my sack. All you motherfuckers living in a mansion with your suit and tie and your 4x4, baby. Does Sweden know about the SSIA? Did you ever watch that Woodstock '99 documentary? It's batshit crazy what happened. I saw an Irish lad who I've subscribed to. He does really good videos. Actually, I should give him the shout out, man, because he's He did a really good video on Woodstock '99, and I will give him the shout out because he doesn't have that many. So I mean, put it this way, he put a lot less effort into a lot more effort into his videos than I do. So I will give him the shout out here if I find it. Freddie Durst, break stuff, man. Fuck me, man. Was Megadeth at Woodstock as well? Mustaine looks young, man. Let me see. Who is this fucking lad now? Jeez, man, that looks fucking nuts. I know that's a real picture, but it looks like a dude just fucking jumping in really high off the crowd. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Woodstock, Poland. Kurwa mash. Let me see. I'll have to go into subscriptions. Yeah, any subscriptions, man? Have you got any good subscriptions on the go? Have you? Fuck you. Better on the phone. Hold on a second, Lars. Hold on a second. The Jimmy Dore show. Japan's COVID rates plummeting, but why? Maybe it's maybe it's that thing that they're suppressing. Oh, Dr. David, how are you doing? Oh, it was you, Dr. David. Does Sweden know about the SSIA money? Like, I remember living in Sweden when everyone was fucking Celtic Tigered up to the gills in Ireland, man. I was just like, you'd have school kids coming out fucking leaving cert, going around driving in fucking like Nissan Silvias, and they were like just labouring in Briar Hill and Galway. I was like, what have I always seem to miss the good times. You know what I mean? I'm like constantly missing the good days. But yeah, and Eddie Hobbs was like, how to spend your SSIA money? I had an SSIA account for a couple of years and pissed it all away on expensive rent and eating in the fucking Pukon with Owen and Tom when we were all working on the sites. And I was like, lads, have you ever heard of just like fucking making your own food? It's way cheaper. No. So they go for a chicken Kiev meal for 15 quid back in 2007. It's a fair fucking whack, man. It was a fair whack, but they were good. They were good fucking tighteners of a feed, like, do you know what I mean? Good fucking looseners. Bear with me now, hey, bear with me. I'll see if I can find this channel. Hold on now. I will look at this and I will tell you the fucking caper, hey. That old gas no brakes is fucking great as well. Let me see this fella now. Bear with me, bear with me, bear with me. Fleckers Talks is after you. It's funny, most of my fucking YouTube is just like political shit, and I'm like, why? Paul Gilbert. Rate my takeaway. That fucking lad's done. Shawnee, watch out for McGarren. He's a slippery one. A man. Sean, thank you very much. You're a kind lad. Thank you. Crying Shark does some good stuff. Let me see. Ryan Van Duzer. I don't know if you've ever seen Ryan Van Duzer, but he did a really amazing trip from across the Great Divide from Canada to Mexico, but he had to stop in New Mexico because of the Ronu. Let me see. I'll find this lad, man. It's it'd be good to give him the fucking shout, man. Give him the shout. Give him the fucking shout, man. Give him the fucking shout. Fuck me. I've a lot of people here who they make good videos, but they're not recommended by the wankers there at YouTube. Do you ever watch Nino Brown? He's this rapper from America who has a gold coin, and he's like, man, this Christmas, think about all the stuff you have that other people be praying for. All up in this biatch. Oh, I can't remember the fucking guy's name, man. Some Irish lad. I mean, I'm still going down the list. Jimmy from Bright Insight. Fuck me, how many people am I subscribed to? Don't fucking know, man. Don't fucking know. Sorry about this. It's quite boring. Sorry. Big shout out to Jamie Carr, fucking legend of a man. So I was doing this music bingo the other night. And I saw Jamie J. Carr's doppelganger, man. It was the fucking double of him, man. And I nearly took the phone out and shown him. So hey, look, Jamie J. Carr, man. Is it your brother? Seaside Cloud, Mayo will never win in All Ireland. Seaside Cloud, thank you very much. As soon as he said that, I reckon they'll win one now. Coming up, I think I think now is good. The curse is gone, man. How are you, Georgine Murphy? Hey, Mayo Con 82. I blow my beans when I heard rustling on the roof. Paul Gilbert sounds like that lad you know, always repeating the leaving. Yeah, he was repeating it till he was like 29, and he could lawfully buy cans and ciggies, and he smoked Dutch fucking hash. Shit, man, it's still going. Still going. Fucking man, I don't know what his name is. Just don't fucking know, man. Woodstock 99 documentary, maybe. It should come up here, man. What if I put Irish lad? Cannot find fucking anything, man. Cannot find fucking anything, man. The Inbred Family, the Whitakers, 22 million views. Soft white underbelly video and portraits of the Whitakers, an inbred family from the odd West Virginia. There was another thing I wanted to watch, which is a story about some fucking mad family from Virginia. I have it here somewhere. The Robertsons or something. Apparently that's fucking mental. West Virginia, fucking Shendona River job. Shendona River. Robertson family, I think. The Robert family, is it? Robert Plant podcast. Ah, yeah. And then I put tuna fish up. Keith. Fucking lemon sauce. Robert family, is that it? Nah, mate. The Roberts family, maybe. The Robertson family. Nah, that's fucking Oxy. We're all like addicted to Oxycontin and no, you can't find anything on fucking YouTube anymore. Makes me lament for the old days where you could just get like films like Krull and Rocky 4 at the touch of a button, and then you start getting rickrolled by pricks who thought it was really funny to rickroll your ma. There's a real bum note there. Sorry about that. JR Coo. Wonder if old Lexus is still out in the storm looking for the Kennings. Oh, don't you fucking know well, boy. Oh, I just realised that I spent the last 10 minutes just scrolling through my phone. I guess that's fucking any other day, isn't it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, Sammy O'Toole, Jingle Bells, Batman Spells, Robin blew the beans. It's a bit like that bit in the Christmas special, isn't it? Where with the pregnant woman, and she's like, "Fine, I'm smoking," and then your man comes down comes up from the office. And he goes, "Just because some tosser blew his beans up your mouth, it's not my problem," or something like that. Great stuff. I was actually watching The Office the other night. Which one was it? Oh yeah. Okay, you be the person doing the complaints. Excuse me, I'd like to report. Sorry, not interested. No, I think you will be. So, no, not my problem. Don't care. Well, I think you do care. No, it's not my problem. There's been a rape up there. Always get their attention. Get yourself a Fender Jag. Don't know, man. Like, for me, it was always Strats or Les Pauls. Just fucking classic rock. Hard Rock Hotel. I have played Jags and Mustangs. Don't know. I just thought they were. I mean, I wouldn't fucking say no if someone was like, "Here, do you want this?" It's like This girl a couple of years ago, she'd won a Gibson SG. It was kind of like a mid-range model. She brings it to me and she wanted to sell it. I didn't have any money at the time, but she was going to sell it for like 300 quid. It's a proper fucking Gibson SG. And I had it like, and there was a couple of, I fixed this, there was like a loose connection in it, but I didn't play it, you know what I mean? It just would have been like another guitar for the wall. Brian O'Malley, how are you, Brian? Is that Brian O'Malley from fucking Schwinford, is it? Good to see you, Brian. All right, mate, you brought out Megadeth. What about Symphony of Destruction? You take a mortal man. Put him in control. Watch him become a god. Watch the heads roll. Man, Marty Friedman, what fucking beast. Hangar 17. Great days, great days. The guy who says some useless tosser blew his beans up your muff is Jay's dad in the In-Betweeners. Yeah, he was in the Amanda Iannucci show as well, wasn't he? Yeah, he's a funny fucker, him. Amanda Iannucci was good old fucking crack as well, the Amanda Iannucci show. You know it's a fucking brilliant album. It's really underrated. Not many people know of the Ozzy Osbourne Live at the Budokan, which my cousin Richie Lavin, man Richie, he let me borrow once, and I've still got it about fucking 16 years later. But it's probably back in Ireland. I don't have it. It's been on the old iTunes. Took it off of me CD, put it on iTunes, and still have to pay for the music I bought years ago. Fair fucks iTunes, man. You really shafted everyone. And your interface is fucking shite. Why do I still use it? I just fucking do. Zack Snyder. What's the deal with fucking Zack Snyder, man? Everyone hero worships Zack Snyder and all these lads. Fucking Justice League. It was a fucking 7-hour marathon of a load of lads pretending to be superheroes. We need some fucking real life heroes, man. Do you know what I mean? It's like when I talk about all the shit that's going on globally, and I say it's basically like a whole load of Bond villains have got together, and they do have legitimate nefarious plans, but there's no Bond to fucking come and save the day, or there's no bloody Spider-Man or a fucking Aquaman. You know what I mean? Ponce is dressed up in fucking suits. Fucking none of them, man. Ooh, you're odd. Cocking balls. Black cider, more like. Crunchy shite. Hit It and Quit It by Funkadelic is the new theme for Ear to the Ground. Ear to the fucking ground, man. Ear to the fucking ground, man. Another moderator just handled this. For fucks to the mods, man. You are the mods. You are the mods. How did that go out of tune? I will spare you the fucking noise of me tuning this up. It's always one. You know what? Something I never learned was tuning the guitar properly, which sucks. Fuck you, bastard. I've just altered. 1 second. Forgive me. Oh, that'll do, man. See him under pressure. Fuck it. Do you know what? Enough fucking diddling about on that anyway, man. I'll have 8 neighbours complaining 9 times. Actually, I did have... for the first time I've ever had a neighbour complaining was... my 2 Chilean friends were over here last Saturday night, and again, we were listening to Ozzy Osbourne live at the Budokan. No More Tears. Fucking great tune. Zakk Wylde, man. Oh, but we're playing loads of fucking thrash metal and mad shit, and then I was rocking out the old squeeze box there, which I thought was not that loud, but then the neighbour came down and asked us to chill out with a noise. It was 12 o'clock, and I said, "Do you want to come in for a beer, man?" He was like, "Nah." And up he went. But he was a good dude, man. Good, you know what I mean? Good dude. Can you play Metallica 1? Yeah, so, I was never massive into Metallica. Never massive into them. Chilean, did they have any thoughts on the election back in old Chile? No, not really. Apparently, the right wing dudes are out, and I don't know who the fuck's in actually, but Chile is a country. Doesn't matter who the fuck is in charge, man. You'll always have the Rockefellers in there, snatching up all their nice resources. Apparently, there's my mate was telling me years ago that they've one of the biggest copper mines in the world is in Chile, and it's owned by a German company. The fifth string is all over the place. You can't. Yeah, maybe it was a fifth string. Fuck him on. I wouldn't mind. I have a tuner there as well. I was just like, fuck it. Enough of the old noodling. Right wing is the strong one, man. By the way, is hat me jocks. What does that even mean, man? Jesus Christ pose, great old tune. Good old Christian Cornell. Was he bumped off by bad boys like Chester Bennington? Was that true, or was it just I was watching too much weird shit on YouTube at the time? You cheesing the backy. What else was going to say, Lars? Fucking something to do about fucking Chester Bennington, man. I don't know, man. Just don't fucking know. Was he John Podesta's son? I don't know. But I remember that time when Corey Feldman was like, they were all around me, and if you just donate to my video, I'm gonna make a movie exposing all of these creeps, what they did to me and Corey Haim. And then it was like a video. I don't know. I haven't seen it, but it was like a film he put himself into. I don't know if he did that, but then he had like a live stream that was supposed to be going to all the people who'd contributed to the making of it. And the fucking live stream didn't even work. He was like, they knew I was going to try and make their lives a misery with my adaptation of real life events, and they cut the stream. They hacked the stream. Can you play One Horse Town by the Thrills? Such an amazing band. My cousin's nephew's stepsister played lacrosse with them, like Kosamui. The Thrills, man. Who are those? The Thrills, man. Cool, fucking Thrills, man. You're up there like the Thrills, man. Fucking, oh, man. Fucking Thrills. Taking me right back there, David. Fucking right back, man. Thrills, man. Fucking right back, man. The Thrills. Let me look at the Thrills, man. Were they the ones who were singing California? I remember Tourette telling me the story about these lads. I probably fucking said this before, but fuck it, man. Do you know what I mean? Fuck it, like. Oh yeah, it was them. Do you remember when the Thrills appeared on the OC? Yeah, that's fucking right. Hey, I was right. California, here we go. I bet they're all fucking pure Donnybrook, Dalkey, Blackrock lads, man. They're just fucking living pure life. Take the 46A and they're going southbound, man. And when they met fucking your man Brady, and they were like, I jumped up on the 46, went to Dunleary to pick up my guitar, and there was a song playing on the radio. Rock and roll never forgets. Oh, I remember summer in Dublin. Living stuck like hell. All the young people walking on Grafton Street. And fucking Bono was smelling so well. He just came back from a trip to Bali. His fucking hair had grease, but it wasn't sebaceous oil from his scalp. It was some kind of ass's milk. Whoop. So that kind of thing, man. You know what I mean? JJ72, man. Cool. Why won't it snow like they said it would? Edgelords, man. Fucking Edgelords, man. The Thrills. J1 soft rock. The Thrills were fond of Rockshore via Love in Dublin. Look, Love in Dublin's a website that basically tells you all the cool shit going on around Dublin. Come down to Alfie's on fucking Swaswa Street and have yourself a nice pigback fucking dream squatcher. But anyway, man, listen, AKA that bar back in like the millennium where it was like Celtic Tiger. They had all this cool honeycomb kind of stuff on the wall. And I used to see your man who was like the co-presenter of Fish on Network 2. Sometimes you go up there and you see these fucking dudes. It's like Stevens Green, like Asha. It used to be a place we used to go and get our weed pipes. And like you buy like the gauze for your like pipes, and you go there with the lads, and you just go to Stevens Green, smoke a few fatties. It's fucking righteous. Met Bono in the edge of the club in Dalkey once. Fucking mad. Bono's only 5'2". Bagatelle and Picture House are trotted out 3 times a fucking year on the Late Late Show. The Late Late Show, but Tupperty, like, Bob, it's your 70th birthday, Bob. It's fucking, why you guys? Anyway, yeah, so I'm Bob Geldof, and, how's he going on? Gotta try and do a proper Bob Geldof impression. He's fucking sick and tired all the time. He's jaded. It's so hard being like a fucking one in a million, fucking one in a billion like me, man. I did a film a couple of years ago called about Bob. The concept, some of the guys and myself were talking about it, and thought it'd be fucking hilarious to, Bob, as in me, I'm like on the way to a gig or something, and I'm all dressed up. And I stumble upon a workman's club somewhere in fucking Sheffield. And they just so happened to be having a lookalike competition. So I was like, okay, you've got no way out, Bob. There's no phone signal. So you got to earn money to get out of this lookalike competition by playing Bob Geldof. So naturally, he sings, "Tell me why I don't like Mondays." So that was that rant. Fucking... Can you please say in Shady Ganley, Shady Ganley, man? Listen, here's something that you need to hear, right? You need to hear this. Just remember this. Remember these days, yeah? Remember this. Oh, fuck, hold on. Hold your fucking gwished there a minute, will you? Okay, hold on a second. Where's the fucking sound, man? There's no fucking sound. Alright, bear with me. I'm going to have to go real... Because if I had the old... I never figured out stream OBS, man. It was just too much fucking about, man. Do you know what I mean? The little tunnel and all that. Do you know, the little tunnel you get when you're looking at the screen, and my brain wasn't that strong, man. Didn't know how to navigate that without another fucking screen. So you could do one thing on the screen here, and another one on the other screen. Do Jer knows the crack from Awfully Irish podcast, man. He knows well the crack. Dr. Dave said, Geldof made his money in property, thus contributing to widening the gap between rich and poor. I'll tell you, concern, is it? Only concerned for himself. Bradley Clancy, man, what's happening with Party Books? He's leaving Netflix on the 10th of January, and naturally we're pretty disgusted back home. What are you going to do, man? Maybe they'll renew it, maybe they won't. I don't see fucking Peep Show up there anymore. I don't see Adventure Time either. Okay, I'm going to show you something here. Don't ever forget this. Don't ever fucking forget, right, that this happened. You cannot forget this. Don't forget it, right? Please don't forget this, because I'm going to show you something. OBS is a nightmare. Yeah, it sounds like my fucking computer's going to go away. Bob, do you have a bong? I need one. TJ Brennan. How are you fucking TJ, boy? Long time no see, hey. Hail from Luke and TJ. Blash from the past. Fucking TJ Brennan, man, and Luke. Good times ahead. Galway, man. Fucking Galway. You were the one who showed me the showstopper, the spocker, and the shocker. Okay.
As Marco withdrew from the
You
world
can
of TV,
hear the coke in his nostrils.
Gordon began to establish himself as a major TV personality in his own right.
Check the season.
This hits me so. Like Marco, he was prepared to lose his temper on air.
He was prepared to lose his temper.
Even further.
Pure RTE, pure fucking like. Really, like RT presenters who hit the jet stream and just got carte blanche over coin.
In the hard ass cold face of you don't present in an aggressive manner, do you? No, when you lose your temper.
Sometimes.
You're a pussycat.
Yeah, possibly.
You're a big Juliet's dog.
Yeah.
So it's aggressive.
But I can call you a if I want to.
I'm glad the kids heard that. Have you had your heart checked recently?
Yep. So that was that. In the comments section, I saw some stuff. There's someone said he actually, the part where Ramsey tells him if he had his heart checked recently is now a funny aneurysm moment, since the latter died of an apparent heart attack 2 years later. Well, there you go. Strange, very strange. But God rest him. Cactus Rider, how you doing, mate? Read me second last message. Dude, OBS is a nightmare. Oh, okay. Tommy Lawless, greetings there. West Coast, West Coast cooler for the lady. Pangloss Murphy, have a good Christmas, and same to you and yours, and same to all of you, actually, because I've gone off the spirit of Christmas and gone into fucking complete madness. Eric Gillard, Martin, did you ever end up in the harmonica repair shop in Galway by a Dundalk lad? We did with Buzz after your gig in Crane Bar. Oh yeah, you mean the Four Corners, was it? I think I might have met. Yeah, I think I met you lads outside 2 years ago. Was it? Sound skins outside Powell's Four Corners. I was in pricing a bit of a loop pedal there. Alan S says nonce flicks. I feel bad now laughing. You said he died. Well, look, as raconteur, womanizer, actor extraordinaire Liam Cunningham once said to me in Dakota Bar, "No man is an island." Yeah. He was always hanging out with like primo 30-odd-year-old women. You know what I mean? He was always getting action, whether it be Lilies, himself, and Dola McGraw. That time when there's been some fucking sesame oil has been like, I thought I'd long cleaned that up, man. Like, there was a bottle of sesame oil, right? And it wasn't broken, but somehow through osmosis, through glass, sesame oil just leaked all over my fridge and then tarnished absolutely everything. And this can of cider, it was in the back of it I have cleaned it, but for some reason, sesame oil keeps just materializing for some reason. Are you not in bed? Santa's coming. How are you, Ian? RC3, no, it was a micro looper by fucking micro looper. What was it called? Micro looper. Ooh. By Moore. So I just wanted something you could just go on and off, because the RC3 is a bit of a pain in the arse because you've got to double stamp it. So every time I'm doing a loop and playing, I'm like, and then I may come in a little bit too late. So there's always like a bit of a gap in between. So that's the fucking crack there, Tommy Lawless. But but remember, it is the season, and not to be fucking cajoled into the commercialization of having to buy shit for people, and it's first and foremost a Christian holiday based on paganism. So well, not based on it, I think it was an amalgamation of the two, but the fact of the matter, Saturnius and all that shite, the solstice, all that jazz. But the main thing is it's fucking cold and it's dark unless you're living on the Southern Hemisphere or the Mediterranean, like the Canary Islands. But it's a time for giving, but not like giving just shitloads of fucking stuff. It's a time for giving your time to people that matter and reflecting over the year you've just had. And that's about it, really. Just have a good time and just fucking be excellent to each other, Bill and Ted style. Do you know what I mean? Speaking of Keanu Reeves, I did see it very funny. Memes about like people going to watch The Matrix 4 but having to get a pass to go and watch it. Alan S., did you see the video of Houlihan with all the kids talking about Santa being zzz and shite? Fucking disgusting propaganda. Well, it's a bit like that thing with Fauci was like, I told them, I got Santa. Santa was, I gave him the shot, and he's going to be coming down the chimney, and he's going to give all you boys and girls a present. And it's going to be great. I'm sorry, Christmas is canceled again. It's too dangerous. You can't go out there. I tell you what, man, it's fucking sound. People are going to get the fucking flu or whatever this fucking shit is. Most people are going to be fucking sound. Some people are going to die. And it's the same sins. And I'm not being cold, and I'm not negating the loss of life, because everyone who dies is a fucking tragedy in their own respective right. But at the end of the day, stop being such a fucking bunch of pussies. Just get out there and fucking, you know. It's like yesterday I was going to the shop, right? And I met a woman I knew, and the government-owned off-license had a queue outside it again. And I said, oh, well, I seen the fucking jab worked wonders. Do you know what I mean? It's like, just can't get over how fucking thick people are, man. And then, but the thing is, you get people who are like, what are you talking about? I've got a degree. I've got a master's. I've got a master's in fucking bioengineering. I've got a master's. I've got a master's in telecommunications. I've got a master's. What are you talking about? Where'd you get that from? YouTube. I'm like, yeah, mate, I spend a lot of time on YouTube. I actually do videos on YouTube. Yeah, I've seen them. Your fucking videos, man. You're fucking, I'm going on Reddit Ireland. Ireland, like, oh, Irish mammies are going to get us through the pandemic. Just fucking cloying, maudling, sentimental shite. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, sorry, I went off on one there, but I really do. Grey morning. Can't wait for Matrix 10, dude. Matrix was well worth getting a pass for. The Matrix Manor Hamilton is what I want to see. Fucking hell, man. Just lads went into a fucking pub, came out on the other side, everything was green and in fucking binary code. Got a master's in short shorts, PE division. They've killed another franchise. Oh man, I think there's just spiteful fucking bastards, right? Who just have a chip on their shoulder, and they just want to destroy anything that had any fucking semblance of enjoyment. You know what I mean? Like, just things that from the past that everyone loved, and if you didn't, you just got on with it. But now it's like, it's a mixture of like trying to squeeze out every fucking red cent from a franchise, but at the same time trying not to be offensive. So they want their fiscal catchment to be as broad as possible, but at the same time to try and be as. The thing is, you can't please all the people all the time. So you may as well just fucking stake your claim and speak your mind and be true to your fucking self, and let the chips fall where they will, because you can't please. I mean, like, you just can't fucking do it, man. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you can say to someone, do you like pancakes and maple syrup? I think it's fucking great. Ugh, disgusting. You know, like, do you like pickled herring? You know, you're always going to have people. You've just got to stop having, you know, people. These studios, it's all about the bottom line, and they will fucking, like, Aliens. One of my favorite of. I mean, like, you know, Aliens versus Predator. Shite, to be fair. And the second one that was done by the Brothers Strauss. I love the way they call themselves the Brothers Strauss, as if to say, like, they were like the Wright brothers or something. Like, there were two fucking, like, B-movie directors coming out of Hollywood, got hold of Alien versus Predator, called it Requiem, and took the PG-13 sanitized version of them being in some sort of fucking deadly gauntlet underneath Antarctica, and then went the other way, where it was just a fucking gore fest, and it was shite. Myself and Pete Cass, French Toast, went to watch it in the cinema, and he was like, "This is fucking shite, man." I was like, it's like The Pick of Destiny by Tenacious D. We watched that in the cinema, laughed all the way through it, and then at the end of it was like, I wouldn't care if I ever watched that film ever again. That's a bit weird. I mean, how can something provide all that entertainment, and then at the end of it, you're like, they've done the devil and the pit gag like 3 times. They did it in the video, they did it in their HBO series, and now they fucking stuck it in again for the fucking Tenacious D Pick of Destiny. It's just like, lads, come on. You hang out with Davey Grohl, you've got plenty of fucking money, you know. Just fucking write another ending, man. Sharon Eve Yorlon tells us every week about the Chinese Communist Party invoking on human rights. Come on, guys. She's cool. Cool. Is Cliff rich? Is Cliff Richard a Mongolian? If you change your sex, your past is history karma. What does that mean? What does that mean? A gaggle of geese. Joe Duffy talked at length in an article in The Independent about how he loved Keenan and Kel in Good Burger. Keenan and Kel, man, like for a kid's show on Nickelodeon, albeit a show that has groomed many, many young people by fat pedophile creeps such as Dan Snyder, who had stem cell CRISPR technology done to take the hair of Haley Joel Osment and implant it on his scalp, but also had a foot fetish where he was doing these ID Carly or fucking whatever, Carly, fucking iCarly. And when she's check out these videos of Ariana Grande when she was in iCarly, and it's like, sometimes I like to squeeze a potato and see if I can get the juice out of it. And she's lying on the bed with her head down going, give me the juice. Yeah. Anyway, that Nickelodeon. Full of nonsense. We all get that. But Keenan and Kel had a good show, man. You know what I mean? It was lighthearted. It was good crack. And, so Joe Duffy, man. I mean, what can I say about Joe Duffy? I've never met the man. I don't know him personally. But what he is he's taken over from Jerry Ryan. And like Jerry Ryan, in all hats off to the man, he would take a shitload of chunk and then go on the radio and just fucking open up and let people have it. No, he didn't, did he? The bastard. Fuck him. How to get rid of him? He's an old fucking, he's a prick. And everyone was like, oh, Jerry kept us going, man. Oh, fuck. Fair play to him. God rest him. I've no gripe with Jerry Ryan. Joe Duffy, like I said, don't know anything about him, but it's just the fact that it's like, oh, did you listen to Joe Duffy today? Joe's great. Did you hear your one? Fuck, man, people are just fucking daft cunts, man. Do you know what I mean? It's like people who read fucking tabloids, like Devil Dog Mauls Tot. It's like, what the fuck? Like, it's the phrasing that they use. It's just so fucking bizarre, man. You know what I mean? It's so bizarre to people who have an above 100 IQ. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that I'm fucking Robin Williams in Bicentennial Man or anything, but like anytime I look at how things are phrased in tabloids and how feverishly quick people are to believe the fucking slurry that they read in tabloids and get mobilized. You know what I mean? I remember seeing, hey, we got Chrissy Pez, my man. Good to see you. But I remember seeing like this like real life brass eye headline. It was like, it was on about like Abu Hamza, the guy who had fucking hooks and an eye like this. But there was some sort of like jihadist who was living in England, and it was just like this round circle. And in the round circle, it was a picture of this like, imam, this like warlord, and it just said, must try harder, kick him out. I'll see if I can find it, man. Must try harder. Please, Google, let me find this. Please. Nah. Of course. Brass eye. Nah. Like, here's a really funny one, right? There is this one I saw. So it says, perv spoof bosses axe wrestling. Okay. And then you've got sick show goes on regardless. Channel 4 went ahead with a repeat of brass eye satire about pedophiles last night, despite nearly 1,000 complaints to the station. Calls flooded in after the program was first shown on Thursday night. The Independent Television Commission also received 500 complaints, has launched investigation. Children's charities called for the repeat to be scrapped by Channel 4 robustly, struck by its decision to show the program. So then it has that, but right beside it, there's a picture of Charlotte Church saying, she's a big girl now. Child singing sensation Charlotte Church showed just how quickly she's grown up and turned up at a Hollywood bash, looking chest swell. Voice of an angel star Charlotte, who at the age of 15 is already a showbiz veteran, showed off her new look at the world premiere of action comedy Rush Hour 2, featuring Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker, who was also, funny enough, on Epstein's plane. Yeah, so that was a real article where it had like the brass eye thing, perv spoof bosses axe wrestling, and then she's a big girl now, chest swell. I mean, you can't fucking make this shit up. Let me see. 2 weeks to flatten the curve. Hey kid, just another week to flatten the curve. Ted Moore disturbs. Roshin Mack. I've had no jabs. I'm not getting them. I haven't trusted doctors or Western medicine for the last 15 years due to experiences with them, so I was never taking any advice from them. Well, it's funny because governments never gave a fuck about anyone before. And now all of a sudden they do, and everyone's like, oh yeah, they care about us. We're all in this together. Yeah, go fuck yourself. Bradley, I watched the Monopoly doc on YouTube. Oh, very good now, very good. Monopoly, everyone should watch it. Vanguard, BlackRock, Citadel, and who's the other ones? Like, fucking, it's got some kind of... I think Warren Buffett is involved. Alan Ass says, do you listen to Richie Alan Martin? I was listening to a bit of Richie. I love King Neil Diamond, the king of country. Yeah. He's I haven't seen him for years, man. I haven't seen him for years, but I remember listening to a really interesting kind of a two-part show about. One of them was Max Egan from the Crow House talking to Ken O'Keefe. And he was like, where the fuck were you when I was on that flotilla, man, in Israel? And he goes, what the fuck is he talking about? That time he went down with Hamas in those tunnels. Ken fucking shit his pants. Man, he's a fucking shill, man. I'm a fucking shill. He's the one who fucking took $100,000 off a lot of people to start up this fucking bullshit fucking charity of his and fucks off with some like Philippine chick. So yeah, to answer your question, I did watch a bit of him while he was on YouTube. It was quite interesting. Remember when San Andreas came out, Demon Developers called Sex Sim PS2 game. Fauci is someone I like taking the piss out of now. I figured out his voice. Look, boys and girls, it's gonna be fine. Just another 10 years to flatten the curve. And I did a great job. If you want to take it, you can take it. But if you don't want to take it, you don't have to take it. Apparently, online now, there's Candace Owens interviews Donald Trump. Warp Speed, Remdesivir. Ooh. Patrick Kilty, thank you very much for your generous super chat. If I keep up these super chats, maybe one day I'll also have a solid gold toilet where I could get rid of my human excrement. I also have the hand of the press, a man who's very trusted to wipe my ring piece clean. Thanks very much, Patrick. Is Keelty or Cleety? Is it Patrick Cleety from Northern Ireland? Hey, he was a fucking good lad, man. Married to that fit bird with the fucking mole, Amanda something. not Amanda Brunker. Do you remember Amanda Brunker at fucking the Vodafone Festival? Or was it Oxygen? She was just like singing fucking bad tack, man. Bradley Clancy, Hardy Bucks Hamper Christmas episode. Watched it last night. Fucking hilarious. You and Owen bouncing off each other. Ha ha. Your Donald Trump is decent. You know what, Bradley? Thank you very much. It's beautiful. It's big league. It's fantastic. Okay, Johnny Gilling says it's weird how all these strange phrases are constantly being repeated in the media. A lot, especially, come from COVID. Why do they have to use such jargon? Can't they just come out with it? Look, at the end of the day, Ministry of Truth Bombs. At the end of the day, there's a lot of money being made, man. There is a lot of money being made. And if I had a few fucking quid, man, I would have stuck some fucking stocks into the old Pfizer, because there's a lot of money being made. PCR tests, fucking Kerry Mullis, the inventor, was like, you can find something that you get one molecule and you turn up the threshold cycle. You can find whatever you want. It's like, okay, this is an apple. So if you want to find an apple, yeah, you can get you can get you can get all these molecules and put them together and make them look like an apple. So yeah, neuro-linguistic programming. I think I said this the other day. Pop music, why is it popular? Because record companies have the money to play songs repeatedly, non-stop, and then it gets stuck in people's heads. It's fucking repetition. It's just like the only answer to this is, and I think most of you are already in the fucking boat, is just stop watching it, man. It's like, I think legacy media is fucking gone. It has no, anyone who wasn't awake to what the fuck is going on, like, man, when all this shit happened, I was like, oh, did you see the videos going out of China, man? Fucking lads lying on the street. And I was telling everyone, man, I was like a klaxon going, woo, woo, hear ye, shit be going tits up soon in the West. No, it's a conspiracy theorist, man. You're one of them fucking conspiracy theorists. And then when I was like looking at what the crack was, I was like, hang on a minute. A lot of people were coming out talking about it. And I was like, nah. And then I was like, And hats off to fucking Computing Forever, man, because he fucking was one of the first to come out with this. And when that happened, I was like, nah. But here's the thing, man. I'm open-minded. I always have been open-minded. And as Frank Zappa said, it's like a parachute. It works best when it's open. And like, this is the way it is. People might, I can imagine if someone, your layman or woman comes on here and listens to what I'm saying, they'd be like, he's fucking crazy. He's a bad guy. He's evil. He's talking bad about fucking Tony Houlihan, man. Tony Houlihan. I'll tell you the crap with fucking Houlihan. He was apparently a fucking secret lemonade drinker. And now he's got some fucking mission of, I can't have the crack. You can't have the crack. You know what I mean? He's like one of these lads who's, his best days are behind him. So he'll give you shit advice. He'd be like, no, don't go out partying and having a good time, man. You stay in now. You stay in and you work on, you whatever you do, you're ruining your life, man. You're wasting your life. But secretly, he's like this going, I wish I was fucking 25 again, so I could be up getting the hop in fucking the Palace on Camden Street. I heard Tony is a lizard person. You know what, Shaw? It's a very good point you brought up there. He's an honorable man. Got the key of Dublin. He's a Dublinite. The key of Dublin. Arkeo 98. Love to see another Christmas in Castletown. Just a YouTube upload again. It'd be nice, man. It'd be nice. It would be a nice touch. It would be. Fucking LNS said he's only an old fucking Freemason. He's fucking rolls up the trouser leg, does he? To wear the old fucking the blindfold. Fucking getting too into it. Apparently, I heard a story about Ghost. This band from Sweden. They're so edgy, man, because they dress up as priests, but they're like ghoul priests. Apparently, he won a court case because they gave the old, and the band members got squeezed out of the fucking equity deal because apparently the judge was also one of the boys. It'd be fucking handy, man. I'll tell you one thing. If I was part of the fucking clique, you'd see me up there with fucking Katie Price and Peter Andre and in fucking Hello magazine going, look at my 9-bed mansion that I've just fucking rented for the photo shoot. I'm telling you, right? Here's the thing about what I've realized about fame and the fame game, celebrity. And this is why I never really. It's all bullshit, man. It's all fucking management of perception. It's all illusions. It's to, make out you're doing brilliantly, And that doesn't fucking. I can't do it, man. I can't. I'm too fucking honest about this kind of shit, and don't want to play that game. It's fucking. It's a weird fucking system where everything is managed by middlemen and it's brand limitation. I don't give a fuck, man. I really don't, man. I really do not give a gee mason, says Dr. David. I do give a fuck about, man. Talking to real people that like people who have on a cerebral level are engaging, and people who may disagree with you or you disagree with them, but people who are able to maintain a calm, rational discussion. I was told by a very smart man once. I was told by a man who has a psychology degree. So this kind of contradicts. No, but look, obviously the guy is a fucking smart dude. He has an engineering degree, a psychology degree, and a degree in economics. Right? I would consider him as being very humble about his achievements and what he's applied himself and worked his way up to. He once told me the sign of an intelligent mind is to be able to take on an opinion without it letting you change your opinion. And I think some of these people who are, let's say, of brittle spirit when it comes to debate or discourse or engaging in any conversations, they simply shut it down and they don't want to have any fucking, they don't want to have any meaningful discussion because they know that this illusion, this fucking illusion of permanence that they've got in their lives, the whole paradigm would be shattered if they were to basically take on an opposing belief or observation, and it would be an inconvenient truth to them. So most people are like, no, don't want to hear it. No, that's it. It's over. So I don't talk to people like that. These kind of fucking idiots. Martin, Sid Vicious, Maloney. He's tapped, giving out about Joe Duffy. Just sometimes I feel like you just gotta fucking slay a few sacred cows, man, and fucking Joe Duffy seems to be one of Ireland's sacred cows. What's Joe Duffy ever done for me? Do you know what I mean? Ask yourself that. Vogue Williams has a carefully created persona. Yes, Dr. David, but I have it on good authority that she left a Jack's looking like H Block in McDonald's on O'Connell Street. Oh, that's very good, man. That's very, very good. Actually, she's a nice girl. Do you ever have those people in real IRL who, anytime you meet them, you say the wrong thing accidentally, or you're doing something that looks weird? Vogue Williams is one of those people. I actually thought she was Amy Huberman, and when we got the start on Storyland, Amy Huberman was involved in it, and I met her at some fucking award ceremony. It was fucking RSVP once. It was the criteria for the award. It didn't seem to have any rhyme or reason to it. And Katie Price was there with some fucking Italian toy boy. And everyone's like, oh, Katie Price, oh, there she is. Oh, look at the hair. Oh, look at the back. Look at her shoes. Look at her Italian fucking toy boy. And I was like, can I get more of that champagne, please? Yeah. And yeah, so I met Vogue Williams, and I thought it was Amy Huberman, Brian Driscoll's wife. And she's about the same height as myself, but she's wearing heels, so she's really tall. And fucking hell, Amy, you're massive. And then someone else told me actually that wasn't Amy Huberman. So I met her on the plane to Melbourne once as well. She was probably going to see Brian the Chunk McFadden. Let me see. Irish Newfoundland Bear, how you doing? That's a fucking nice name, hey. Merry Christmas, man. Ever listen to watch Owen Benjamin? Owen Benjamin is. I watched a fair bit of his stuff, man. He's a funny fucking dude, man. He's one of the funniest you know what I mean? Like it's funny. I can imagine people looking at his like for me, man. I'll fucking watch any. Do you know what I mean? But I think he's very funny. I think for him, he's lost it all, so he has the freedom to say whatever the fuck he wants. And with that, like some of the shit he was talking about Joe Rogan and Alex Jones, man, was fucking hilarious. Like, but he was another one who like was just like kicked off YouTube, so it was just like, where's he gone? But tell him I was asking for him if you see him around the town. Joe is one odd owl heifer for sure. Vague Williams, I can never place her. What's the crack with show getting taken off Netflix? That's it, man. It was a two-year stretch. It's gone, but someone's uploaded it to YouTube, and I was like, fucking watch away, lads, watch away. Ian McGarr, did you know there is a wrestling team, the Hardy Boys, Matt and Steve Hardy, and other team called the Young Bucks, who teams together to become the Hardy Bucks? Did they fuck, man? Did they fuck? I want a slice of that royalty pie, or else I want to be thrown in there as like Sheamus's younger brother, Ku Cullen or something. Ku Cullen, the wrestler. I could just like take out smaller dudes, do you know what I mean? And maybe just fucking gorilla press the Big Show in some sort of like steroid fueled fucking one-off. Do you think the boys at Netflix are keeping tabs on these streams? Who cares, man? Do you know what I mean? I really don't. Like for me, I'm just not bothered about it anymore, man. Like I just like, I can't be fucked. Do you know, it's like, don't know, don't care. You know, it's sometimes I miss the it was cool to be in the public eye and all that, but it's like, when's it all going back to normal, man? You know what I mean? I just want to. It's my pay, I'd say. Like the Hurricane, that Bob Dylan song is like, I do it for pay and I'll be on my way. That's the way. Like when I was younger, man, I was actually looking at a picture of myself from 10 years ago. And, I was wearing a suit in Los Angeles, nice car. And I was like, wow, I was like going straight for the fucking top. And then life took me in another direction. And yeah, I was a bit bitter about that for a couple of years. But now I'm like, looking back, I was like, if I'd made it really big, I'd say there's a fair chance I probably would have been a bit of a fucking narcissistic asshole. And I was like, oh, so I was anyway. I was in this fucking. So Al comes over for dinner. Al Pacino. I don't think I would have been. You know what I mean? I was always grounded, but don't know. I was never. I think basically you're selected by people. You know what I mean? Some people are selected because they're fucking talented, but other people like it's politics, man. You know what I mean? I look at Mark Ruffalo, like he's one of these fucking like, oh, I'm gonna share a vase, sign this petition. It's like I'm doing great wonders for the world. It's fucking armchair activism, man. Do you know what I mean? It just fuck off. Should be a cozy old Christmas tomorrow, like the Owl lads in World War One playing Wembley in no man's land. Yeah, I mean, what those poor bastards had to go through, man. Doesn't bear thinking about. Yeah, you got another 2 weeks to watch HBO on Netflix, but someone else has uploaded them all here to YouTube. Schlegel boys will sort Netflix out. Oh, Crowbar, man. Send them over to Los Angeles, City of Angels. City of Angels. So I've only managed to get 24 likes on this stream, lads. That's wrong, man. I'm bearing me fucking personal information here like fucking Kerry Katona. And all I got was 24 fucking likes. Fucking the humanity of it, man. The fucking humanity of it. The humanity of it. Would you be asked about being typecast? Yeah, you would, because like there's a shitload of like the range that I would have as a performer would be fucking off the charts, but nah. They just want to put the fucking Gleason lads in something. Martin, you are too real. NPCs get psychosis looking at you. Well, look, I was always in bother, man, because I couldn't keep my mouth shut. It was always the same crack in school. I just couldn't keep the mouth shut. And I'd rather, like I said before, man, I'd rather be someone who just shoots from the hip and speaks what I believe to be true. And they can fucking suck a fat one if they don't like it. Speaking to Kerry Katona, have you rung Brian McFadden lately? I think he blocked my number a while back. What a fucking pussy, man. Do you know what I mean? It's like, if that was me, I would have been like, Brian, what do I owe the pleasure? Do you know what I mean? Like, just what a non-intrepid spirit that man has. Like, I told him who I was, sent him a picture of me mate who knows him or knows a person he knows, but like, I think a lot of people in Ireland, man, they're afraid of the Hardy Bucks because we're just stone cold headers from Mayo with hearts of gold. Please tell me Oil on the Road, that the name of Oil on the Road comes from the Tourette documentary that goes, Oil on the Road, border between England and Ireland. Great fucking series, man. Has anyone seen that? Tourette's guys go on, they go camping, and they've started a charity called TLC, Tourette's Lifelong Care, and there's a scene in it where basically it says sometimes the annual board meeting can be a torrid affair, and as they're talking to each other, they're like this, going, one guy's going, and the other guy goes, what a bloody racket. And then see man has to go and like chill out on a hammock, take it easy for a bit. And I get very stabbed around knives. Commando Blanco, prawn rings all around. Commando Blanco, with these prawn rings, you are really spoiling us, sir. One of those prawn rings from like Marks and Spencer's with the Mary Rose dip in the middle. Johnny Davidson, good on you, Oil on the Road, man. You've come to the right place, mate. You've come to the right place, pal. Sometimes having Tourette's can be a dangerous affair. So like, I was at a party one night and I was talking to there was a guy there with his girlfriend, and I was like, shout, fuck off or something. And he comes up to me and he's like, what are you saying to my girlfriend, man? I was like, look, I've got Tourette's, so bit me up with a crowbar. So Johnny Davidson jeopardizes pubes ginger. There's a fucking brilliant line, right, where he's gone, his mate is like, I hope Johnny, he's a great guy. I hope he finds someone, he can settle down with, someone who'll love him, take care of him. Another game, man. It's fucking brilliant, man. Brilliant. Best Tourette's bit was the Scottish guy shouting, your dog's got tats. Oh yeah, that's Johnny Davison, man. What other ones? It's a chap's eye. Oh, some fucking great times, man. Some great times. I'm trying to think of like one of the funny, like myself and the lads back in the day, there was a we'd always go like to the same couple of YouTube videos just to get like guaranteed laughs out of. And there was one which was the Iron Sheik, when he's talking about the killer bees. Brian Blair, you are no good little punk. You're a faggot. You're worse than Michael Jordan. Michael Jackson. You a lucky punk. The hacksaw, he come with the 2x4 and he save you. Other than that, I put him in the camel crush, break his back, make him humble, and fuck his ass. Other than that, everything was okay. So, Touch My Penis is great. It's the best shop in Scotland. Welcome to the Pleasure Dome. Oh, man. I love the way you found this random corner of the internet where I reside. And happy Christmas, everybody. And happy New Year. Did anyone ever hear about the great honor Bono just received after investigation? He now will be standing in front of the Queen after DNA has revealed he's a royal tit. Just kidding, lads. Bono, I met Bono once, and actually I have to say I was 19, met him with my mate Jay Petrao, a musician, and he gave us the time of day, like he spoke to us. But fucking Michael O'Leary fucking spoke to us once. I remember we were on our way to do a gig in Edinburgh, and fucking myself and the lads were standing in, you know, the airport in Dublin, and Tom Callum was like, "Look, it's your fucking." We're all in this, like, there was this cardboard cut out with like rugby players, and you could put your faces in the rugby players, like the vacuum of where the faces were. And so we're all huddled like this, taking a scrum picture, and then Tom looks up and goes, "It's your fucking man, O'Malley, man, O'Malley." I'm like, "Who?" And then I was like, "Oh, it's Michael O'Leary," and I shouted, "O'Leary, you're some cunt," like this. And I was like, maybe there's a fucking business opportunity in this. So I walked up to him and said, "Sorry, Mike." And I went, "Yes." I went, "What's the story?" Eddie Durkin from the Hardy Bucks. He went, "Never heard of you. Go on." I was like, "Oof." And then he goes, I went, "What's the story about getting fucking flights from Sweden to Knock?" "Never gonna happen. You're not gonna fill it." But I know loads of people who would. Nah, it's not gonna happen. I was like, I'd never met anyone who was as close to what the devil must be like. You know what I mean? Just busy, but he'll fucking chat to you. Do you know what I mean? He's got a lot of stuff going on, but he will fucking chat to you to try and get some insights. There must be someone else who can push the 40 like button on that, man. 39 likes. And it's me destroying my own fucking reputation here live in front of you. Fucking slagging off Joe Duffy and fucking Brian McFadden. Fucking only 39 likes, man. Ah, there we go. Some 41. I don't want to waste my time becoming a avocado. Days are so empty. It's funny, like, back in my day when I was 18, watching MTV, it was all like Sum 41 and Weezer and all that kind of shit. Nowadays, it's all fucking lads with tattooed faces going, rage. Like, I think music has gone shite, man. I'm sorry, but just I think what has happened with music and everything else really is people are too fucking distracted. This is a weapon of mass distraction. And I can speak for myself, man. I can't fucking do it, man. I'd probably, if there was no phones or technology around, I probably would have just written about 7 series by now, but it's just so difficult when there's non-stop information. You know, I'm just fucking addicted to info and new stimuli. Roisin Mac. I hate Sum 41. I had a boyfriend who listened to them on repeat, and some band called Third Eye Blind. Fuck me, man. Third Eye Blind. Do you remember? Godhead. Rigby, because love with a church with a word in his pain. It was just like I was saying about Ghost from Sweden. Like, he was walking around like a priest. It's like Ghost, you know what I mean? They're like, oh, Catholic Church and whatnot. Yeah, there's a bunch of fucking wrong and nonsense in the Roman Catholic Church, right? But there's also many, many good people who ascribe to that as well. Now, with that caveat aside, right, I can see your man from Ghost, he's having a pop at the Vatican and fair dues, but at the end of the day, he's still dressed up as a priest. So it's like, mate, you're still, you know, you're so against it, but your whole fucking get up is based on it. Seems like you're a bit fucking obsessed with it, man. Do you know what I mean? You can fuck off. His music is like, listen to it, it's all like, let's have a fucking pop at Christianity. You know, Christianity, man, it's low-hanging fruit for you know what I mean? It's like, I would have liked to have seen him pull that shit off during the fucking Spanish Inquisition. I would have liked to have seen him being a real fucking hard ass, then going around with his ghoulish face. You know, it's easy to fucking take a pop at an ideology that is on its way out from the public. You know what I mean? Like, take a fucking pot at something else and see how you get on. Ghost. Semi-charmed kind of life job, says Johnny Gilling. One good thing to come from this pandemic was a lot of bands making good albums. Yeah. Tom Lawless, you need to create a new genre, Martin, or a genre exists. Acid Skiffle. Happy holidays from BC, Canada. Danny Kelly. Have a cold one from me, Martin. Thanks very much, Dan Kelly. I hope you're doing well, mate. James Moosey. Oh, Billy Crystal Job. How are you, Moosey, man? Fucking Moosey. Hey, Moosey, hey. Fucking some lad, hey. Hey, fucking Moosey knows well the crack. Moosey knows well the fucking crack. He's like the corn crake, man. You see him round the bog there on a summer's day, just going. A lad in Malish. Dog just rose from his slumber there. Jack lad, well, what's the crack? Come on, Jack lad, you came, you joined in. Fucking we're nearly an hour and 40 minutes into the mix. I have to go to bed. Good night, Martin and the boys. We'll have a good day tomorrow. Good on you, Bradley Clancy. God bless you. How's the Christmas over there? It's fucking sound, man. Real low key, chilled out. You know what I mean? It's good stuff, man. It's good stuff. Tammy Lawless. Everybody's getting the goddamned J. We just have to wait it out. What does that even mean, Tammy Lawless? What does that even mean? Acid skiffle. All right. You heard it here. Acid skiffle. I don't want to get no chocolate on the seat of my Ferrari. Martin is going to create a new genre of Celtic rock fused with rat heavy metal. Round and round, smoking bowls up the fucking town. Yeah, that's the fucking crack. No, hey, that's the fucking crack. Well, I have to say, it's been great old fucking carry on talking to you. We've got 40 people. Imagine if I was just like doing this and talking like this in front of 40 people in a room. Like, you can do it in front of a screen because it's just, but who's watching? You don't know who's watching, man. You just don't know who's watching. Who's out there fucking watching, man? Just watching from the shadows. Shadowy cunts going, what's he doing over there? What's he building in there? I have a right to know. Have you checked out the Northman trailer? New Eggers movie and looks good, right up your alley. What's the Northman trailer? Some hard lad up north, is it, from fucking Sunderland? Just some hard man going around fucking going, oh man. And he works from the south. Oh yeah, who's this man? I see. I never got the fucking touch for that, man. I never got the touch. Robert Eggers. Oh yeah, actually, let me tell you this. I had an audition for that last year. Didn't fucking get it. I was supposed to be playing a berserker. Didn't fucking get it. Oh, Skarsgård. That's a fucking shame I didn't get that, man. It's a fucking shame I didn't get that. But I'd say they probably checked out my fucking live stream and they were like, bad bastard, man. He'd fuck it all up for us, man. He'd be waking up the cast. He'd be like, oh man, don't go to the Oscars, man. Don't fucking go there, hey. Shower of fucking hypocrites, man. Fucking Oprah Winfrey, fucking Meryl Streep, Time's Up. Oh, they knew the crack with fucking Harvey Boy. So did Tarantino. They all knew the crack. Old fucking Harvey was a great man, dishing out the fucking work and the wedge. Oh. They all turned on him then, though. They fucking turned on him. Oh, I didn't know what was going on. You fucking did. You cunts. You only heard about the fucking women who made it, like. What about all the women who didn't fucking make it? What about the women who worked in fucking cafes? Aspiring actresses, silenced. Time's up. Fucking time's up when it suits you. You old fucking schlags. I wouldn't mind. I've only had half a can. So I can't even blame this on being absolutely belugas. I was in Mullockmore one day and Nicole Kidman was there filming that. Bastards. Bastards. Oil on the road. Tom, you must be a wizard. Haha. Viper sends his minions to stream camp here. A bit like his own fucking plane of Modern Warfare. One of those lads who just stays on the edge of the fucking map, picking off daft cunts like myself running around in the fucking thick of it, going, ooh, I'll leave a little claymore here and get the quick stab. Run around, stab with the old fucking full metal jacket and the light-footed thing, you know what I mean? Just running around going, stab, pow, claymore, shotgun. I've seen him play, man. Any nice Swedish beers? I have to say, the Swedish flagship beers taste like piss, but there's a lot of nice craft beers. Solid Snake, eh? I loved your mad cousin who lived in a shed. Oh, help me out, boys. Help me out. He's a sly old piece of work. The Viper says, Moody. Another moderator just handled this. Old Harvey might get out just yet. Oh ho ho. It's funny how he just ended up on a Zimmer frame. Like, he went from slick to six-legged in like. Did you ever see that guy in Phoenix, Arizona, who gave him the slap? He's like, he goes, fucking touching up women. He gave him just a small stinger to the chin, and then Harvey's minder went to step in. He's like, the fuck are you gonna do about it? See if I can find the video, man. It was fucking beautiful. Harvey Weinstein punched. TMZ.
Don't do that, man. Don't do that. Don't do that.
You're a piece of shit. Fucking women. Get the fuck out of here. Get your fucking ass out of here. You're a fucking piece of shit. Weinstein.
And what would you do about it?
Shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out of here. You can't do that.
I love it. I love the way your man, you could see the defeat in his eyes. He was like, what the fuck are you going to do about it? Get out of here. And it's because of this. Beautiful. Our old fucking Hollywood, man. I went there naive as fuck with a handful of fucking dreams and a pocket full of fucking Ferrero Rocher. Anytime I go to the car valet, I just pull out a Ferrero Rocher Raffaello and be like, here, thanks for the car. And they'd say, with this Ferrero Rocher, you're really spoiling us. Close your fist and hit like a man, for fucking sake. Mike Smith ever get back to you? Not at all. He fucking gets in touch when he wants. He probably goes, I know that guy. Here, I'll text him. And then when you call back, then he's like, where were you? You wasn't there. Yeah. It's about the fucking caper now, laddings and ladies. It's about the fucking caper now. Well, look at, I'll leave it there now. A lot of fucking hot tamales in that chat tonight. Speaking of hot tamales, I've been leaving that fucking chicken on number 1 for about an hour and 40 minutes. Hopefully the juice will be well fucking dried off it now, because I went to make an old little taco out of it, and all tomato sauce kept going all over the floor, and I was just like, this won't do, man. Sour cream and tomato sauce, man. It won't do. Johnny Gillen, do you see the video of the Pope giving the woman a slap for grabbing him? Let me tell you something about that Pope, right? I mean, he's just a fucking wrongin', man. Do you know what I mean? Do you ever see that when people are going kissing the rings? That is like weird cunt, man. Do you know what I mean? And you know, I know my mother would be like, how dare you talk about the Holy Father like that? But I'm like, look, man, he's just a weird dude. He's a wrongin'. He's a wrongin', man. Absolute wrongin'. He's there with fucking down in CERN in Switzerland. Fucking angels and demons job. Dan Brown is there with the Pope, just cranking up the black hole, just opening up the porthole to the place where all the fallen angels are just stuck, and he's going, hey, devil man and your evil demon mates, come out quick, I'm opening up the kiss the ring, man, kiss the ring. And then he got them all jobs in fucking Goldman and Sachs and at fucking Raytheon. 3 hours, Eddie. 3 hours. Tom Hanks and the boys. I have to say, I was watching All Gas No Breaks with Chet Hanks. I found it very funny, man. I found it very funny. Look, here, the thing is, right, there's a lot of crazy shit on the internet. And you just gotta fucking trust no one. Don't even trust me, man. Trust nobody. They're all wrong'uns. No, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. It's been a long day, lads and ladies. It's been a long day. And I have to be up early in the morning. But the crack is good. The crack is good. Right. Well, look at happy Christmas to you all. And I really do mean that. Thanks everyone for the old super chats. Fair play to you. And yeah, I hope you all have good crack and don't be fucking watching the news and the variants. The variants are never going to stop coming, man. They're never going to stop coming. And 21 in Australia. Fucking get rid of that Andrews prick. Get rid of him. Fuck. He's up for treason, I believe. Someone's taken Dan Andrews to court for treason. God bless. Merry Christmas, Martin and lads, ladies and chat. Good night, Ellen. You too, boy. Happy Christmas to you. Yeah, you're a good old crew. Good old crew. It's been good old crack talking to you. And on that note, good luck and good bless to you. And don't get too steamed. Remember, save the turkey for the sandwiches the next day. Don't be greedy bastards. And go and get yourself some Ferrero Rochers now. Really spoil yourselves. All right? Good luck and good bless.